Well, several vehicles have been torched after a riot broke out in Reservoir Hills, that's in KZN. A bus has been set alight near a Shell garage on the M19 main road linking Kwamashu and Reservoir Hills in Durban has been blocked due to this protest action. There's Tathia there for us now. There's good morning once again, yes, and just give us some idea as to what's happening there and why the protest.
Well, Yuveka, while I was just waiting to chat to you, I could hear sounds of another group that's gathering in this informal settlement here behind me, and that's where police were just patrolling a short while ago. They were trying to unblock this road, and then they asked people just to step back. I'll show you what this road looks like now, because they were concerned that the protesters from this morning were now regrouping, and that's just been the nature of this riot that broke out here. It's a game of cat and mouse between police and those that have caused this destruction on this road. And just to locate where I am, Yuveka, I'm on the bottom end of Mount Batten Road. To my right is the M19. That's generally quite a busy road, and that's where some of those vehicles were torched. You can see what the state of the roads are now. Community members, private security companies, police, all of them have been trying to unblock the road. But for now, it seems like they've held back on that because there are fears that that group could be gathering again, and they need to be on standby in case any other violence breaks out.
All right, so is this road an absolute no-go at the moment, Deson? Should motorists just stay away as far as possible, as long as possible?
That would be the best advice, because this road does remain blocked. As I mentioned earlier, on my far right there is where there are still police vehicles that are gathered and security companies. So it's definitely an area that is being monitored by police, but certainly not one where motorists should be traveling now. We're still trying to get to the bottom of exactly what caused this riot this morning. It's been continuing since the early hours, as early as about 5 o'clock this morning. And it seems, just from the reports that we're getting now, it does relate to some promises that were made by the councillor. Apparently, we will try to get that councillor and find out exactly what those discussions were about. But our understanding is that it relates to toilets as well as electricity supply in that informal settlement that you see behind me.
Okay, so where are the protesters now, those who staged this protest earlier today?
Well, they've dispersed, as you would have seen in some of those videos that I posted as well. The police were traveling up and down this road with a nyala. They were firing rubber bullets. While I was waiting to chat to you, I could hear what sounded like stun grenades coming from far behind me. In fact, as we speak, I can hear it again. Let's just take a look at what's going on here. I'll just ask Terence to come with me. I can hear some screams coming from down here, Yuveka. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get there in time, but there's certainly a police vehicle that's traveling down there. Like I said earlier, it is certainly a game of cat and mouse, because that's what's happening. As the police move into one area, they almost squeeze these protesters into another part of this terrain. And remember, it's terrain that they are familiar with, because it's understood that they do come from this informal settlement. That's on the left of me now. I can see much further down the road now that there is a nyala there, and that's possibly where those rubber bullets were coming from. It is circling back. There are some screams, sounds like taunts actually coming from inside the informal settlement now. But police had also mentioned earlier that they don't want to see anyone on this road. They'd even asked people to turn back. It's because they want the area to be as clear as possible while they look for... Yuveka, I'm just going to step back. I can hear these protesters are now coming towards us. They've asked us to move.
Okay, all right. Listen, just take it easy.
We're just going to...
All right.
Yeah, we're just going to...
Okay, just make your way to safety, Make your way to safety, Des, and it's fine if you can't talk to us at the moment. It seems the situation flaring up there. Are you guys okay? Are you fine?
Yeah.
Okay, describe for us what you see.
No, we're good, but we did see a group that was gathering, and they did ask us to leave. So they started making their way towards the road now. In fact, even now, they're asking us to move. You'll see them
all right, best you get
on camera. They're shouting quite loudly.
All right, but
so we're just going to move towards.
Do you feel like you are under sort of...
They are throwing stones at...
Oh, they're throwing stones at you. All right. Okay,
yeah,
let's just give you a break to get out of there. unfortunately, that is the situation deteriorating there. Syntathia is in Reservoir Hills, Mountbatten Road, one of the main roads there, and protesters had blockaded the roads earlier this morning. Police are on the scene, but it seems like that situation is flaring up again. And as you saw, Syntathia and our cameraman having to get running there because those protesters now throwing stones at them. It's a bit of a dangerous situation. Derson seems to be okay now. Derson, are you safe? Are you far away from the crowd? I don't want to keep you there if this is going to endanger you. Okay, it seems that we've lost the sound for just a little bit there with Syntathia and the team having to make a run for it. Cables and things might have come loose there. We'll let them get themselves together, but there's a police Nyala that's coming back to the scene there. And like Derson said, we're not absolutely sure why this protest is underway, what has sparked it, but what they're hearing is that it has to do with service delivery. It has to do with the promises of provisions of infrastructure. Let's see if we've managed to connect to Derson and his sound again. Derson, can you hear me? And can you tell us, if you can hear me, can you tell us what's happening now? Okay, unfortunately we aren't able to establish that sound connection there, but we can see Derson is okay. Thank goodness for that, Derson and the team, the cameraman included. We'll try and get you some more news from there, especially for those who live in and around the area as well. It seems like it's an area that you absolutely need to avoid at the moment, Reservoir Hills. We'll get back to Derson shortly as soon as we establish our connection there and he gets his sound sorted out.